Dia de los Muertos, also known as Day of the Dead, is a traditional Mexican holiday to remember those who have passed on. Traditionally given as gifts, sugar skulls are colorful sugar candies adorned with colorful embellishments. Today, if you want to find out how to get this awesome sugar skull Halloween look, then, of course, just keep on watching. So I'm first starting off by priming my face with my Mary Kay face primer, and this is just to make sure I have a smooth canvas for the white face paint we're going to put on. Next, I am taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner, and I'm going to begin to draw out the hollow of my eyes. So you want to do complete circles around the eye sockets. This is where your skull eye sockets will be. I find that doing the eyes first is easier than doing the white paint face and then doing the eye sockets. This is easier because if you don't do a complete or perfect circle, you can always just clean up the edges when you go in with your white face paint. Once you're done tracing out the circles, go ahead and you're going to take that eyeliner and fill in each circle all the way completely. Just don't put any in your waterline or tightline. And if it's a little uneven, don't worry, we're going to fix that later. And also don't worry too much about covering your eyebrows too evenly. We again will also fix that in a minute. So with just taking a smudge brush, you're going to want to just go over the whole eye area just to make sure there are no gaps and no skin appearing through. This is why you didn't have to be so neat and even with the color. So for this look, I am going to be putting my Urban Decay Electric palette to use, and yes, even skulls still need some caffeine. Okay, so on a flat shader brush, I am taking the color Jilted, and you just want to put this all underneath the lower lid, and of course just kind of smudge it out and make sure you really drag it out down to where your eye bags would normally be. So to make sure the eyebrows are completely black, take an eyebrow brush and just pick up a little bit of that eyeliner and just run it through your brows really quickly, and you're just going to have your brows nice and black now. Okay, so then again with the shade Jilted, you just want to apply this all underneath the brow bone and then drag it down all the way to your lashes. To add some more dimension to the eye, I am taking the color Fringe and just applying that on the other half, or the outer half, I should say, of the eye socket circle. This is going to really make the eye look multidimensional and really pretty. Okay, so now for the face paint. I did pick up this face paint at my local Halloween store. I got a no smudge version. I know for sure I didn't want a grease version because it was going to make everything just kind of slip around and kind of sweaty looking, which I did not want. So this dried very, very quickly and very, very matte. So this is why you didn't have to be so neat when making your eye socket circles, because I'm just taking a concealer brush and a flat foundation brush and just running it over the edges so they're nice and clean. Then with that same foundation brush, and you're going to see here I used so many different tools because it was so hard to get a nice even white color. So I'm first using my Sephora Flawless Finish airbrush and it worked out right. So I did go in with 2 coats of this though because I really wanted this nice and opaque. So I decided that I was going to try a wet sponge, and that actually worked out pretty well, which you're going to see me use here in a minute. So here I'm just taking that same concealer brush and making sure I get every nook and cranny, especially around my nose. You don't want any flesh or any skin showing through this white mask. time to create the absence of a nose. So for this, I did go with some black grease paint because I really wanted it to be nice and opaque and kind of shiny looking, because this is pretty much the only thing we're going to be putting on our nose. So it was okay. As long as we're not laying anything over on top, nothing's going to be moving or slipping. So I'm first getting a eyeliner brush and just kind of outlining the shape of the absence of a nose. You can go with many different shapes for this. I decided to go with the 2 peaks up, 2 peaks down. I just felt like this gave a more, I don't know, skull-like look. But again, you can choose any shape you want. So just make sure to cover everything within that outline. And I also took it a little bit further on the nostrils. So again, you really want to make it look like you don't have a nose and very skull-like. Now just going in with some liquid eyeliner, and I'm just going to make sure I have really nice and defined points on the edges of my nose. You're going to see me go back and forth from my black paint to gel liner to a liquid liner. It's all about the definition. So now to add some contour and dimension to the skull mask, I am going to be taking the color Jilted once again and a little bit of Savage, which is that bright hot pink, and I'm actually going to be just running this along the outside and frame of my face, and pretty much just typically where you would actually contour with a bronzer. But the only thing different is I did put some here on the corners of my chin to make it more pointy-like. Then getting a smaller blending brush, I am picking up the shade Urban, which is that nice deep purple, and I'm just going to be putting this right in the center to just kind of help darken up that contour a little bit. So it's a nice diffused look from a dark purple to the bright pink. So to start with the embellishments, I am taking my House of Lashes eyelash adhesive because I found that it worked best instead of using any type of other glue for the face. And I just got these nice little gemstones from my craft store, and you're just going to want to place this all around the eye sockets. Now, you don't have to do this. You can definitely just draw on the little flower-like shapes, but doesn't this just look so sparkly and jazzed up? Yeah, I think so. Next, taking my Mary Kay black gel eyeliner, I'm going to be creating an upside down heart shape right in the center of my forehead. Next, taking that same gel liner and an angled brush, I'm now going to be creating my spider web. You're going to want this to go out in an upside down triangle form from that center point of the heart all the way out to your hairline. Again, it is easier to draw out the lines first, and then you can connect them with the little spider web like shapes in between. Now, I did add some embellishment on top of the eye sockets. This is totally up to you if you want to do it. I just found that the more kind of embellishments and designs you do on the skull, the more intricate it looks, and yeah, it just kind of gives it a little bit more of an umph. But I am doing this again with that black gel liner. Next, taking my NYX Jumbo Pencil eye pencil in the shade Milk, I'm just going to be going over this on my lips to just make sure they are nice and opaque as well. Then I'm going to be drawing out my skeleton-like teeth. First, I'm going to draw out the lines from the corner of my mouth, going outwards back into that contour. And then you're going to see that I start to draw the lines going up and down. This again, and what kind of makes this look really fun, is that you don't have to be necessarily so perfect and precise about it. Just do the best that you can. And now I've switched from that gel liner to a liquid liner, and now I'm going to go over this on my lips. Really, the thing you just want to make sure you do is just make sure that the bottom lines connect with the top lines, and that's basically it. Alright, so here I've already decorated half of my face. Now I'm going to show you how I did it on the other side. Again, you can choose what kind of decorations you want to do. You can find so many different examples online. I chose to do the little swirly lines and kind of leaf-like or flower-like little figures around my nose area. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want. It is completely up to you. Remember, each sugar skull is totally different and should show your personality. I found that this was easier doing with my liquid liner than opposed to a gel, because this stays nice and loose in consistency, as the gel would probably have flaked or been a little bit hard to maneuver. So really just want to be light-handed with this and just kind of let the tip do all the work. Again, you don't have to be super perfect, but don't overthink it or don't try to make it so perfect. Usually when you do like a limp wrist, it comes out a little bit better. That's just what I find. So just take a breather and just swirl away. Now here I am drawing a flower-like shape on my chin. Again, you can do whatever kind of design you want. I just found that the flower was pretty looking, and yeah, I decided why not try that one. So here again, I'm just outlining with that liquid liner. And then I am taking green grease face paint, and I'm just going to be filling in the bottom two leaves, and then switching over to the purple face paint and just filling in all of the petals. Now to finish off this look, just line your waterline with that jumbo pencil from NYX and just put on some falsies to give your beautiful skull some beautiful lashes. These are Fairy Noir from House of Lashes. Once this is all put together, you are now done. So here is the completed look. I just threw on a flower crown headband that I found at a local store, and I just threw on a green lace dress that I already had in my closet. So I thank you guys for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in recreating this look. I'll see you next time. Bye!